Hello and welcome to the Wicked Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Kama kawaida, we have a great show lined up for you. Lakini kileo mtanisamehea because we had planned for a whole new show, but then I had this stuff that you really need to see, manze. Still on content that we have done on the show, but you haven't seen yet. Kumbe tuko na stuff from the past that are perfect answers to present day questions. Now, for example, the president recently announced that the government was setting aside 100 million shillings for entertainers. Ilileta noma sana, juu wasanii wanaekewa pesa kando during these tough COVID times. Now, there have been a lot of questions about how the artists will share the money, especially after what happened with the MCSK, in fact, when the MCSK actually dared to send Calligraph Jones 2,500 shillings. In which case, question moja ilikuwa, what would Steve Simple Boy be entitled to? Kumbe, on his first appearance on this show, our favorite man of God, Mr. T, shed some light on what exactly happens to money that is meant for artists in Kenya. Sasa, as a musician,
yeah.
Do yako ya MCSK imekama?
Baadhi sikulipwa. Na ala sijui mbona sikulipwa. Lakini number 1 mimi nitasema hivi. Kuna kitu
uko registered?
Niko registered, niko namba namba.
Msupaeza alipata
alilipwa.
Alipata kakiru. Alipata kakiru.
But hii ndio noma iko. Na by the way ni kitu tunafaa ku correct kwa talent za Kenya generally. Whether uko church ama yuko church. Number 1, lazima tu invest hapa. Capacity. MCSK ilifunguliwa na maloya. Prisk na camp ilifunguliwa na maloya. So say wameform a legal entity enye nafaa ku collect mziki on behalf of artists. Ma-artist wengi hatujui legal interpretation. Kulingana ukienda kwa Society Act of Kenya, when you open a society, church ziko kwa society. Mimi nimefungua society ya mentorship. Kwa hiyo society uko na 2 years enye unafaa kuiform before uanze kusubmit audited reports. But in those 2 years, ile do inakuja. 2 years
ni grace period ya kukula kwanza.
Ile do inakuja. Ile do inakuja, gava ija kuobligate audit, but unafaa kufile returns. Now, in those 2 years, ukistudy MCSK na Prisk, those 2 years ndio ilikuwa time ya kurecover. After 2 years, walikuwa wamenunua system za kuokota do. But wakununua system ya kudistribute do. So nikukwambia priority yao ilikuwa tupate do. Jusa hizo wanasema, ukienda Prisk wanasema tunanida system of 10 million ndio ya kudistribute do. Unajiuliza, why were you opening a system ya kucollect do na mna system ya kudistribute do? So that tells me it's all awkward. Then hiyo society unaandikanga constitution. Wasanii hawaku contribute kwa hiyo constitution. Hizo bylaws. Walikuja wakapata kitu ina run wakaitwa. So, si hata mkienda kotini, watatu wa constitution waseme, according to the constitution, 60% of the money needs to go to administrative cost. So, na hizo administrative cost. So, hizi zote
jiwa zote zinaenda kwa kulipa wase wanafanya kazi kwa ofisi ya MCSK.
So, walisema waliokota 100 million, 60 million ikaenda kwa administration. Na hizo administration, sasa wale magadhe siu select kama leader. Awase siu select kama leaders. Pia uanga unajua kuna hizo meetings, mnaitwa board meetings, mnapewa sitting allowance, and it is there in the constitution. Mukimit mnapewa do. So muna create unnecessary emergencies. Mnasikia kuna emergency meeting Mombasa, mnalipiwa flight, mnaenda mnakaa chini, mnakula do ya wasanii. So it is time wasanii kwanza waanze kujua legal implication and what MCSK is, registered and Prisk and camp, registered under the Society Act. End of study constitution, ujulize what does it say to be in a society? Because at the end of the day, wakati maloya walimaliza kukula, walipatia wasanii kitu hawajui vile watarana.
Sasa surely. Wasanii wataenda kusoma sijui legal implications na hizo document na hata comments hawasomangi. Surely.
Na ndo sauta kuta those zetu zitakuliwa juu watu wanarun industry, si musicians, ni intellects. Na tulidanganywa, all you need is a talent, you don't need your head. And that's the biggest problem. Ukiingia majuu utakuta wasewa na come up na proposal. Wacha nipe example ya Akon. Akon alikuja kumit prezo. Akona project ya $2 billion ya kusola Africa. Now that's a brain behind talent. Most of our artists, we are talented. Ni swag na kutesa. But hata kubonga na lay facts na argue out. Na ukikaa we ni mjanja, buda una separate yango ka plague. Ndio usilete ujanja kwa hawa wase wengine. So this is the rule. Endo uangalia watu wote wana run Kenyan industry. There is no artist. Ni maloya, ma DJ na ma intellects.
So ma DJ ni ma intellect.
Ma DJs, unajua DJ ndo determine itachezwa. hata artist atoe hit, ma DJ wakae kikao waseme ichezwe.
Oh, DJs your intellect ni cartels. Kuna difference.
Industry ya Kenya na ranio na ma DJ na sasa hizi farms zingine. Juu DJs ndio cheza muziki, which is not the right way. Industry inafaa kuraniwa. Juu imagine umeenda studio, umetoa product, umelipa studio, maybe your product ni worth 100,000, unapatia msee anakuambia nitaichukua na 20k. Na hauna say kwa sababu kwa market radar hauonekani. Hawezi bonga. So ni time wasanii wakashikana na wasanii wamejaribu. Na any time wanaendanga kushikana, ule anainukanga kaa kiongozi, anaabsorb yango kwa hizo societies. Unaabsorb kaa chairman. Unaambia buda acha kelele. Dozi kwa hapa. So hakuna siku utaitetea wasanii. Hata mimi vile nabonga hapa, naweza pigia kasimu niambie buda ulipiga kelele sana, pesa yako ukupata. Si ndio hii pesa imekuwa hapo hujai claim. Hivyo ndio watu waambiwa. Na unapewa check fiti sana, alafu naambia sasa rudi kwa Kengori useme ulilipwa na ukuitisha do.
Ouch.
And you know that's evil. Evil ndio imekuwa.
So before we let you go, umekuwa actor pia.
Yeah.
Na kwa acting uliniambia story funny interesting actually. I found it interesting.
Yeah.
That Wakenya hawajui kuseparate kitu iko kwa TV na real life. Mse walikuwa na act na yeye alikutoa kwa bar na yeye act ka pastor. Kuna madhe karibu amuwashe viboko sana hapo. Juu huwezi kuwa na life yako.
Yeah, nafikiria tunafaa kuseparate character from the person on the screen. Na nini, kuna time nilikuwa napiga mistari jokes.
Yes.
Na unaenda kupreach, wasi wanangoja joke. Na una preach. Unawasoma kazi zile za buda achilia joke.
Najua hiyo pressure. Najua hiyo pressure.
So maga nikaanza kujiambia lazima ni choose one lane na niamwe ndio. Of course once in a while utakuta mstari kama yanguka ukipreach na nini, but sasa ikabidi nichague. Nafikiria bado Kenya hatujafika hiyo part ya kusema hii ni acting na hii ni real life. Ala kuna boy aliacting kwa Sugar na act na Lupita Nyong'o, na alikuwa chuo fulani ya Wakristo na act kama Charlie Lupita, na kulikuwa na mamunju nini, na hivyo ndio alitolewa CU, akatolewa kila place. Juu sasa walimwambia ni aje boss, hii kitu ni unaccepted. Na sisemi ni right, but nasema hatujafika kwa hiyo maturity ya kuanza kuembrace. That's what utakuta hata hizi ma vlogs zinakuja za ma reality TV, bado kuna watu wana feel man muna expose too much about your lives, unajua. Na the reason why watu wanapiga traffic wanataka kuona vile mnaji expose. So wanasikia kuna Kengori live, wacha tuone. So kwa akili zetu zinakuanga wacha tuone wajinga ni wameamua kufanya. So generally I'm cool likes, that's why kukiwa na noma endo angalia comments. Hapo ndo unajuanga the real expression of people. Sikianga vile mnajifanyanga hapa, vile mnatupiganga ma vlog. So nafikiria hata wase wakihandle wako too sensitive. Wako too sensitive.
Now, hapo kwa mambo ya akili in relation to artists and the general public, one of the guests that I have received most inquiries about is IT guru Dr. Bright Gameli. When it comes to deciding what we leave behind due to time limitations before the final show airs, this was one of the bits of information shared on this show that iliniuma sana hatukuweka. I hope it's not too late to show you this, but here's how you can actually protect yourself from losing any of your social media accounts to hackers.
Laws are getting more stringent, the more they're getting to be realized. The awareness is coming out, and as we're doing right now, I believe all the viewers can actually attest the fact that they're getting more aware. They don't know some of this can happen to them, and the issue is usually to do with us. We, the human beings, are the ones who are getting compromised. We are too gullible to actually give out all the information that we need. So you need to be very careful what links you click on, what kind of files you download, and some things are too good to be true. You see, in the likes of social media these days, people are saying, oh, you know what, I want to get verified. I want to get a blue tick, you know?
Yeah.
And for that verification, somebody sends an email to you. Trust me, it looks very legitimate. You can't tell the difference.
Okay.
And is more than 90% of organizations in Kenya, I can fake an email from you to anybody.
Yeah. It's
quite easy to do it right now. But the thing is, we want to make sure that people are aware. So somebody will send an email to you, looking very legitimate, and say, hey, we're from Instagram, we're trying to verify your account. So if you don't mind, click on this link and fill in the details. The details you're filling in, you're getting so excited for the fact that you're going to get verified as an Instagram slick winner model, or whatever it is. So when you're filling in those details, there's a part for password. You don't think too much about it. You enter the password. The moment you click on send, it redirects you to Facebook, to Instagram.com, and you actually have just given out your account, and people will start now extorting money from you. So you see, that is what you call a phishing attack. P-H-I-S-H-I-N, not phishing like I know you like fish.
So that's how people lose their account.
That's why people lose their account. Also, people lose their accounts because of very simple passwords. So very simple passwords is easy to guess because they keep on using that. If you look at the hashtags of a lot of celebrities online,
Yes.
the hashtag is their password.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the hashtag, I'm not giving ideas to the public.
People are trying right now.
I
as we
know.
speak. Yes.
But the hashtag and a number or something like that is usually their passwords. Some even put their names because it's very simple. That's why there's a user phrase. Use a phrase that it is not easy for anybody to remember or to know. And that makes it more difficult. Then have two-step verification for your base email that is connected to all the social media accounts. Funny thing is, even the social media accounts have two-step verification.
Yes. And
which
what
nobody activates.
What about something, before I let you go, online payments?
Yes.
Payment using your Visa card. How do you ensure that you're safe?
So Visa card, MasterCard, and the likes, they're safe, yes, but the thing is you can't trust every website to put all those details. I personally use PayPal. So if the PayPal, and these days you can actually send money from M-Pesa to your PayPal account.
Yeah.
So you don't link that to your card, right? In that case, your PayPal account can be used for payments, for international payments. And these days, even on Google Play Store, you can actually buy applications using M-Pesa.
So M-Pesa
is the safe one. So use M-Pesa for you to be able to log into those payment details and send it there. So if you just Google M-Pesa to PayPal, it will give you all the details right there. It's not rocket science.
The cards are not...
Cards to your such online payment is very risky because you're leaving out too much information on the internet. So even if you want to do things like, don't leave your card details online. Wireless networks, if you're on a Wi-Fi, I usually hotspot with my phone, and now I use that to do my internet transactions.
You don't join
I don't just join any Wi-Fi because if I'm on the same Wi-Fi as you, I can see everything you're doing. I can even force you to actually do whatever I want you to do.
If we are just by being on the same Wi-Fi network.
Yes, and I have a few devices. If I'm within about 100-meter radius, I can force everybody's Wi-Fi to come to me. So I'll replicate the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
You'll be forced to connect to the fake Wi-Fi, and again, I can let you do whatever I want you to do.
There's also something we mentioned when we were starting, ethical hacking.
Yes.
This is where a hacker comes and proves that they can steal from you.
Yes.
So that you can give them a job.
Yes.
That does not work locally.
Oh, it does.
It does.
It does work. That because you don't enter such engagement without a contract, and there's a contract, an NDA has been signed, and then there's an authorization letter. So
they are not freelance ethical hackers.
They're actually, funny thing is, they actually are freelance hackers. But the thing is, even if you accidentally find data about people, you don't go to the company and start bluffing to them that, oh, look, I've hacked you. Yes. Because the law can actually go against you.
Okay.
That's why, personally, I've entered such situations. What I do is, first of all, ask for an NDA, and I tell you this is a responsible disclosure. If you allow me to do the responsible disclosure, then we can now sign a document against that. If you don't want to, I walk away.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, how is that different from waiting on someone in a corridor and coming out with a gun and tell them, I could have taken the money from you, but now you give it to me? What's the difference?
Yeah, I have actually seen, I've gone to court case to protect somebody against that before, because the person said, look, I've tried to show you that it's possible for me to actually take your money, but you did not listen to me. Now your money is lost, you think I'm the one who did it. You know, so this person, this freelance hacker, did a responsible disclosure, but the wrong way.
Well, I hope that hata kama sio sahi, the information you've just seen will come through for you in some way in the near future. That said, we still have more for you. When we come back after the break, find out who really started the fight when our leaders clobbered each other in parliament. I'm talking about the wrestling match that was captured on live TV, leaving former Machakos Senator Johnston Muthama in a partial birthday suit. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back to the Wicked Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. Talk to me on Facebook on Dr. Kingori. That's Dr. Kingori. Dr_Kingori on Twitter and Instagram. Hashtag Getuni, the Wicked Edition. Hashtag the Wicked Edition. Now, every time we have hosted a member of parliament or a senator or a political leader on the show, I have always unsuccessfully avoided asking about what happened in parliament on the day it went down. Now, one of the highlights, my personal highlights, has to be Suba MP Honorable John Baddy's account. You guys were in different camps. Of course, there are people in Jubilee who have, you've joined hands, you're working together.
Yes.
The so-called Kieleweke.
Yes.
And so have you forgiven each other?
No, but politics, Kingori, politics is about leaving camps and shifting camps. Ruto was with us in ODM. So did he forgive each other with Uhuru Kenyatta, who was not in ODM? And now why should we forgive each other for what? This is all politics. It's like you are saying, let me just give you an example. It is like you are saying a Gor Mahia player has shifted and is now playing for AFC Leopard. Now you want him to apologize for all the people he kicked when he was playing for Gor Mahia when they had a match against AFC.
Where were you when that happened?
It doesn't make sense.
Where were you when that happened?
Where?
Parliament.
Where? When?
You don't remember?
When? What happened?
When war broke. I don't think...
Oh, you are talking about 18th?
Do you remember the date? Kuna kitu mtu alikufanyia hiyo siku. 18th, yes, when
18th December 2014?
Yes.
Oh, what about it? I remember I was in parliament, yes.
Haukupatwa wewe na mtu?
First of all, you remember I was the one who first tore the papers, isn't it?
Oh, yes, so you started it.
Yes, I started it. Now I know that is where you are heading to. I started it. Let me tell you, you see that day I had to do what I did. And by the way, I have no apologies to make. First,
yes.
You see, we were faced with a very unique situation in parliament where the speaker at that time, my friend Muturi, just refused to give us opportunity to express ourselves. You know, the rules of democracy is that the majority will have their way, but the minority should have their say. Now, when you are denied your say, we got so frustrated, and we discussed that how would we stop because you see, the speaker had insisted going on with the committee of the whole house. The chairman Kamama was there reading the amendments, and we were progressing and we were shouting, no one is listening to us. So we sat somewhere and compared notes, and we decided that the best thing to stop this process is to take the papers that Kamama had, yes, where he was reading all those amendments from. Yes. And I felt, you know, as the leader, I was chairman of ODMs even then. Yes. I said if I start consulting who should go and pick those papers, the intelligence will go out and we will be stopped before we do it. So I decided to give the job to myself. So I walked before they got to know what I wanted to do. I picked the papers, stored them, and by the way, for a moment, it stalled the process. They had to start again in the afternoon.
Printing.
But what happened, the worst that happened, you people are not aware of. The worst happened at the gallery, where now some of us had to push.
Mudama.
Yes, the Mudama was almost being thrown down, and I think if Mudama was thrown down, either he would be dead today or he would be completely disabled.
That's after they tore his trousers.
Yes, there was also Rengo, and then there was also Senator Wetangula. Some of us had to run. We had to simply, and you know, the parliamentary staff unfortunately took sides. And they were locking us out, and these people were being beaten badly. So I had to kick the door open, get there, and use my fists now to free these people.
What makofi ya Captain America?
And by the way, we were with Simbarati. The only thing that the mistake that Simbarati did was that he was boxing people with open arms.
Oh, that's where Honorable Kimani Ngonjiri. That's where Honorable Kimani Ngonjiri ate him.
And then others also came up, like Otuoma, I remember, and we managed to overwhelm them, and so it brought some sanity momentarily.
So after all that, you guys are now friends?
After all that, by the way, we didn't say we were not fighting as enemies, but the circumstances forced us to fight. Actually, it was a very ugly scene, but what could we have done? We had to go and free our colleagues.
But now after you talk, you have fun about...
We talk, in fact, Governor Mudomi Njuki Is he for the governor for
Tharaka
Tharaka?
Nithi, yes.
He has not forgotten. He keeps on reminding me that I really hit him and his head so badly that for some weeks he was feeling the pain. I hope now he has fully recovered. But
Hiyo story ya Simba Arati is very legit. We actually had Bahati MP Honorable Kimani Ngonjiri hapa on the show na aliadmit alikula Simba Arati.
Na kuna mwingine akasema nilimuuma kidole. Anaitwa Simba Arati. Si unajua?
Mbona sikuwa nakumbuka hiyo?
Lakini nikuulize wewe hata saa hii. Kidole ikikuja kwa mdomo ilikuwa inaenda wapi?
So uliuma?
No, sikuyuma. In fact ilikuwa nakuja kunitoboa macho.
Oh, haini.
Then I changed the position. Ikaingia mdomo.
At least
sasa ikiingia mdomo, unajua hiyo kesi ni ya mdomo na kidole.
Oh,
it was not me.
I
was not part of that.
Lakini at least unajua vile Simba Arati ana taste.
Yeah.
Na kila mheshimiwa anakuanga na version yake ya vile waliheshimiana hiyo siku. The award for the most vivid description of course goes to Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Yeye alitunaretia story yake kama insha.
They were stopping us. They were stopping us from reaching the speaker who was somewhere like you.
Yes.
So when we were coming from there, Jubilee, they were more than us, so they were all full here. Yeah?
Yes.
So none of us could reach. So mimi nikasema, because I can't confront them, you know, if you went from front, walinitwanga kabisa. Moses Kuri alinitwanga hapa seriously. Alinigonga hapa thoroughly.
Ona hawa wana celebrate ngumi.
Imagine, that is how the
Yes, yes,
alinigonga hapa, but I say data kama amenigonga, I must still reach the speaker.
I know you now have an idea of the leaders who can actually put salvation aside and fight for your rights. Now, as much as we also have fun on the show, our guests have always had very important points to take home. Just the way a good movie is. Balance of action and a good story. On the episode we featured Honorable Mbadi. I like this bit about how he ended up doing accounting as a course in campus. Usimuone tu hivyo. He's a brilliant mind. Just that pale parliament saa zingine situations zinafanya mtu aweke vitabu kando. Na hiyo kichwa ngumu yote, why did you settle on accounting in the first place? Yeah.
Really, you know, I'm a maths person, that is number one. Then when I was in high school, my principal then, called Ms. Onyango, insisted, he was teaching us economics, and I was the best economic student in the whole district, then the entire South Nyanza, which is now the present day Migori and Homa Bay. I was the best economic student. And so he insisted that I have to do BCom. I actually didn't even know what is in BCom. So I wanted to do first the choices of doing engineering and law. You know, I was a very unique kind of student. I was good in arts and I was very good in sciences.
Yes.
Now, he insisted that my first choice has to be BCom. And I took BCom. And he told me, if you don't pick BCom, you will not jaza hizi forms.
Yes.
And you know that time, kujaza form ilikuwa tu mara moja. Si kama siku hizi, mnapita kwanza ndiye mnachagua ni course gani. That time you choose the course before you even sit for exams. So I chose BCom. I came to Lower Kabete. And now I was trying to look which profession would be ideal for a maths student. Actually, I almost changed to engineering, and Professor Morania, who was the head of accounting, told me, no, just stick around and do accounting. That's how I found myself into accounting.
Na sasa, if you have your flexibility ya kusomea hizo vitu zote, simugawie magavana wengine at least for And for those who may have missed Mheshimiwa's point, the best student in economics, Nyanza province. Best in economics.
Nyanza,
yes.
That is Migori and Homa Bay now combined.
Yes. Best in economics could also mean, in layman's language, the stingiest. Professionally. Professionally. So, Mheshimiwa, we always ask the question of, after before we get to ghost workers, solving corruption, but we don't think the solution is coming.
Yes.
So as Kenyans, let me ask, representing wale watu wako home, when is our turn to eat, sisi? Mnamaliza lini?
Well, I think that is maybe a valid question in quotes, in the context that Kenyans feel we have two Kenyans here. We have those who are eating and those who are not eating. But I don't think it's something to admire. I don't think it is it's appropriate for us to ask when is our turn to eat. I think we should ask when is the turn for all of us to eat. And that is the missing link. And I've heard of
So our
people
turn is
asking-
coming. Our turn is coming. Sema.
Definitely, you know, one thing that I was taught in Saturday school, I don't go to Sunday school, is that there must be hope. So we always have to continue hoping. You know, that hope keeps you going, even when you are dying. The hope that you will soon get relief food keeps you going. The hope that we will reach Canaan keeps us very strong. That one time we will reach Canaan. So the hope is there. But I think we must work towards it.
Well, that's all the time we had for tonight. Even though we still have more in store, from next week itabidi tuchangamke na fresh episodes, pia tusipitwe na wakati sana mazi. Also, remember to tune in to 96.3 Nation FM for the morning fix with myself and Kate Reader every weekday from 7 a.m. to 11. Otherwise, for the weekend edition, see you next week, same time, same place. Asanteni sana for always tuning in.